A very good morning, Toastmasters and guests. I'm Toastmaster Sabia, the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting, and I welcome you all to the Table Topic Contest Education Session, episode 2. Let me start the meeting by stating the mission of the Toastmasters Club. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. There are few ground rules to be followed in this virtual meeting. Kindly refrain from speaking on sex, religion, politics in a derogatory manner. Please keep your audios on mute while not speaking and your noise-making devices on a silent mode. Kindly switch on your videos throughout the meeting unless you are moving from one place to another. Please utilize the raise hand option and chat box option to ask your questions. With this, I wish you a very happy and a learning meeting, and I officially declare this meeting as open. Now, please help me in welcoming our presiding officer, Toastmaster Ujjwala. Toastmaster Ujjwala is from ADP Hyderabad Toastmasters Club and has been a part of Toastmasters from 4 years. She has served as treasurer, VPM, VP Ed in club level, AAD at area level, and currently PQM at Division G. Her personal achievements are: she is a finalist in Table Topics contest at district level, has been awarded Excellence in Education, and also been rewarded a Golden Feather Award. Toastmaster Ujjwala, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sabiha, for laying the ground rules and setting the pace of the meeting, and also for the lovely introduction. Thank you again. Distinguished Toastmaster, dear guests, and my dear Toastmasters, I welcome you all to the Table Topic Education Session, episode 2. And I sincerely welcome you all for taking your time and joining in the meeting. And I can surely say that you all will have a really learning experience in this meeting today. And what can you expect from the episode 2? Some success recipes from our DTM Avinash Singh, our trainer for the day. And before that, I would like to introduce our MC for the day, Toastmaster Supriya. Toastmaster Supriya has been a Toastmaster from 3 years and also played different roles as secretary and VP education in our club. She has stood a second runner-up in the evaluation contest, and she received an Excellence in Education Award and also Triple Crown Award. And she was also nominated for Level 3 and Level 4 Triple Crown Award again. And I welcome Toastmaster Supriya, our MC for the day, to take it over from here. Over to you, Toastmaster Supriya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ujjwala. That's a wonderful introduction about me, and thank you so much. So, as Ujjwala introduced me, I'm Toastmaster Supriya, MC for the day. So, today we are going to conduct episode 2 of Table Topics for our upcoming and prepared contestants who is going to win at the district level. So, definitely, I hope we will have a wonderful learnings from our DTM Avinash Singh. Avinash Singh is the founder of Training Influence, a capability building firm. He has been a coach and a learning development consultant by profession for past 12 years. He is also an NLP practitioner and CBT life coach. I hope we will get to know what is NLP practitioner and CBT life coach at the end of the session with a kind request to Avinash. At Toastmasters, he conducted more than 100 educational sessions since May 2020, covering a variety of topics from humor in speeches to crafting impactful speeches and working on body language, vocal varieties, etc. Won multiple speech contests like impromptu, inspiring speech evaluation, humorous, exaggerated tales, in Mumbai and Western and Central India by outspeaking more than 10,000 speakers. The highest achievement is being the District 98 Humorous Speech Champion in 2020. While the list is going on, he also achieved Distinguished Toastmaster Award in 2021, the highest educational award a member can receive for excellence in leadership and communication. Well, he has also been a club coach and a club mentor for various B School, wow, corporate and entrepreneurs Toastmasters Club. This is all about Distinguished Toastmaster Avinash Singh. Over to you, Distinguished Toastmaster Avinash Singh.
Thank you. Thank you for the warm welcome and introduction. And I am so delighted to be here. As it is mandatory, just let me ask you, am I audible and visible? Yeah.
You are
Thank you
clearly
so
audible.
much. Thank you so much. Great. Now, I hope that during the session, slowly and gradually, people might switch on their videos. If not, it's up to you, of course. I traveled such a long distance, from Mumbai to Hyderabad, in 2 minutes. So I wanted to see some faces, some nice faces. Okay, see, Tabia is already smiling. Toastmaster Ujjwala is already smiling. I like those, smiling faces. Thank you so much. Great. So my idea is that if I say something and even one person listens, like Toastmaster Bhavesh switched on his camera, it's a win for me. And that's what we look at when we go ahead. See, now the thing continues. When you can influence even one person with your speeches, with your impromptu speeches or prepared speeches, that's a win for you. And that's what we are here to learn. And I will share whatever I have learned in my journey since 2016. Now, how many of you think attempting table topics is difficult? Okay. Others think it's easy. Okay, very nice. I think it is very difficult. You know why? The reason is that I can talk for hours at a stretch. I'm a trainer. I love to talk. But to try to convey the message and leave an impact in 2 minutes, that's what is more important. And according to Abraham Lincoln, he said that if I have to deliver a 1 hour speech, I might practice for 10 days. But if I have to deliver the same speech in 10 minutes, then I will prepare for more than 20 days or even 30 days. Because to precisely work on that clear, concise message, it's a little bit tricky. And that's what we are here to find out how we can do that. Now, I hope all of you have attempted table topics in your tenure in Toastmasters. If not, no worries. We will still work as if we are starting today. Now, when I first attempted table topics, I had this idea that the first things I listen, I just have to jump because maybe I will, not catch the train. I don't know what was happening. The mind freeze. When I heard the topic, I heard it only half. And in school, my teachers used to say, you children, you just listen only half of what I said. You always forget the remaining half. And in table topics, if you see, sometimes there are two parts to a quote. And we usually start with the first part. We ignore the second part, right? So that is what we are going to think and try to understand how to avoid that. Now, how many of you listen to the topic and start with, thank you, table topic master or contest chair. It is an amazing topic. I am delighted to speak about this topic. And what I wanted to say, this is a very nice quote. Chase your dreams. How many of you start like this? No worries, I'm not going to point out people. So I usually used to do that. And that was one thing I understood. Oh, I am trying to buy time. I am trying to make something in my mind as I go through. So when you attempt table topics in a contest, you have approximately 10 seconds before the timer starts without you even uttering a word. Because that much is a given time that, oh, you organize your thoughts in a nice, concise manner and start speaking. Take those 10 seconds. Don't jump into the topic. Listen to the topic properly. And that's how we will be going and trying to understand what this impromptu speaking is all about. Now, I usually love acronyms. And today, I usually hate PowerPoints for an half an hour session. Okay. So it is very boring where I start clicking and you start reading and it doesn't make any sense. So this will be more of an interactive session. And I hope you can unmute and speak because that is something which we will do today a lot. So let me ask you this. How many of you will be participating in the upcoming table topics contest? Only 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 5, 6. Good, 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 good. Toastmaster Sabiha, are you a district officer? No, right? You should participate, right? So the point is not because it is tricky or it is something where you maybe I might not win. It's okay. Of course, you should aim at winning, but you will be better than you were before. I can assure you that. And that is one thing I always ensure contesting, because that will give you the adrenaline rush and how to manage those pressure situations. That will make you a better person. Rather, even if you, win the contest, go to the next level, even if you don't, doesn't matter. The experience matters. So when I look at this whole scenario, I remember the script of the table topics master. How do you, what exactly impromptu speaking is and how can you usually work on it is the LTOD, right? Listen, think, organize, and then deliver. That is the usual way. I have a different acronym, something similar. So I want you to aim and shoot, but load it first. Lock and load and shoot it. So today we will talk about how to load the ammunition, the loading part of it. And that is my acronym for today, load, LOAD. Let's start with the L. Listen. Simple. We all listen, right? Now, do you think understanding is a part of listening? Yes, no, maybe. Yes, yes. Toastmaster Bhavik says yes, yes. Timer Madhu says yes. Great. So, understanding is somewhere connected, or you are just hearing. Sometimes we just hear in order to respond. We do it in our personal life also. When I started doing it with my wife, I had a very nice experience. I stopped doing it. So I now listen and then respond. So ideally, listen. Listen to understand rather than to respond or react to a certain situation. Let me ask you a very simple question. I usually ask this to a lot of people when I take educational sessions. I'm going to tell you a quote. Tell me what you understand by that. Life is an ice cream. What do you understand by that? You can unmute and say.
That life is very tasty and yummy.
Life is very tasty and yummy. Wow. Who else? Who else? Come on. Come on, there is no right or wrong answers. Participate. Life is like an ice cream. Anyone? Come on, Toastmaster Sabia, try. What do you understand? It's okay. Life is like an ice cream.
Life is a journey. No wrong.
Life is a okay. Life is a journey. You change the quote itself. Okay, life is like an ice cream. Life is a journey. Okay. What else? What else? Who else? Sameet. Sameet.
I request them to raise their hands so that I can unmute them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Great, great, great. Come on.
Sure.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, there are 4 hands raised.
Yes.
Start with, yeah. Yes, Toastmaster Babish.
Yeah, hi, good morning. So life is like an ice cream. So it says that it's yummy, absolutely it's an yummy, but also over a period of time, somewhere it starts, it gets, it gets into liquid form again. So that's also, that also is, life is like, it goes up and down kind of thing.
Wow, very nice. Who else? Yeah.
So I think life is all about timing. The right timing should be there. The things should.
Yes, yes. Okay. Nice, nice. Neha.
I think the same as all said, that one should start living the life, enjoying the life. One cannot preserve it, and before it start melting, we should live and enjoy every moment of life. So that's what the quote states.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Awesome. Anyone else? Sameet?
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
like to say
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
life is predestined.
Predestined. Okay. Great.
Yes.
Very nice.
So
Okay.
where we will, means what we will undergo, everything is predestined and we will go according to that.
Awesome.
So it
Great.
is what I feel.
Different perspective. Very nice. Yes. Yes, Sangshil.
Yes, life has a limited time and we must consume or enjoy the part which we are missing out. Most of the time we are dwelling in the past and in the future, and we are not living in the present, and at the present time life is going to melt. So while the time it is in the form, in the shape, we should consume it.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Rashi, I will come back to you. Let me continue the session and I'll come back to you again. I'll remember your name. Okay. Keep your hand raised. There are so many things where we can interact more. Now, all the perspectives are great. I love all those perspectives. Now, you listened, you understood. Let me ask you this. How much time did you take to understand? Because you will have only 10 seconds to say whatever you have said, right? So quickly come with. So I believe that there is an instinct in all of us. When you listen to it, there is a picture, there is an instance which comes. There is some reasoning which comes. And that is something which we need to share. So the listening and understanding part is important. When you start to deliver, you start with your opinion. Now, everyone, if you see, had a different take on that topic, right? Everyone had a different take. Somewhere, some of them were similar, of course, but you had a different take. It melts, you enjoy while it lasts, or you enjoy because it's yummy. Depends. But everyone has an opinion. So share that opinion quickly, in short. And do you think we need to agree or disagree with the topic? Yes. Okay. Can you disagree with this topic? No. What if I say life is a box of chocolates and not like ice cream? Or maybe life is a bed of roses, right? There can be different ways to think about it. I don't agree, contest chair. And why I don't agree? Because I think life is a journey. Now, let me tell you an example to prove that. Now, that is the next part. So, you start by listening and understanding a particular topic, right? Then, the first thing that you do is how do you relate to that topic, or what is your opinion on that particular topic? You agree or disagree with that topic. That is something which you should share first, right? In the first 30 seconds, right? I agree. Life is like an ice cream and we should enjoy before it melts. I completed the quote. The quote was only given half. I completed the quote in some way. That is one way of going about it. The other way is I don't agree with the topic. I don't think life is like an ice cream, right? The third part, okay, of load. So listen, opine or share your opinion. The third part is the anecdote. The anecdote, that is the story or the short incident in your life which you can share to support this argument. Now, I remember this story. I don't know if you have heard it, but most of you might have. There were 4 blind men, okay, who had never ever seen an elephant. And that elephant came to the town, and according to each and every blind person who touched the elephant, different parts of the elephant, I don't know, the elephant might not have liked it, but they touched his tail, one of them, and oh, it's like a rope. Elephant is like a rope. Oh, touch the trunk. Oh, it is like a snake. Someone touched the legs. Oh, it's like a big tree, right? And the person who was riding started laughing. Oh, they don't even know what an elephant is. So life is like that. Everyone has their own perspective. So I don't think life is like an ice cream. It can be something else because I'm that blind man. I have never seen anything in totality. So that is my way of disagreeing with that particular topic, right? So I need to give some small example to prove my point. Okay, and some incident from my life. Maybe life is like a journey, and you enjoy the journey without thinking of the destination. So what can be an example from my life which I can share, which can impact when I was focused on being the world champion of public speaking. I wanted to be the world champion of public speaking, and I was like, 2016, I will enter, because I had seen Dhananjay Hitarachi. I see, he told me, I see something in you. I was like, oh wow, what do you see? And then he said, I don't know what it is. I said, why did you start the conversation? So when you try to find out that, oh, he is also bald and I am also bald, the only thing remaining is to be the world champion. When I was focusing on that, it was great, and when I entered, then I actually understood that, oh, it is not that easy. And then I kept on working on myself. I started working, but eventually I started enjoying the process rather than the outcome. And when we start enjoying the outcome, that's where we have the most of what life has to give. That's why life is a journey. So this is something which I would have said with respect to when I disagreed and when I went forward. So once you have listened to the topic, understood it somewhat, then you shared your opinion, you agreed or disagreed with the topic, and then you shared an anecdote from your life. Okay. A good idea in a contest. Now, this is with respect to any impromptu speaking or table topics. You have one small anecdote. A good idea would be to also add a known example. Somewhere like, oh, if you're talking about challenges, overcoming challenges in your table topic. Arunima Sinha, who was the first amputee, Indian amputee who to scale Mount Everest, right? So that is one good example, maybe. Okay, so there can be a lot of such examples, from your life which you relate to, who went through a lot of turmoil in their life. Famous examples. You can add that too. But you just have 1 minute approximately to share your anecdote plus hint towards the famous example that will add value to your whole speech, the anecdote. Once you do that, the last part is to derive derive the lesson or the message from what you are trying to say. Life is like an ice cream. I agree with it. We need to enjoy before it melts. So enjoy every moment in life, because like this pandemic, we don't know what will happen next. And then you leave. So memorable statement or something which makes people think about a question, maybe something where you implore people to do something. That is a good ending. Or maybe, will you? I tried to enjoy my life. Will you? Right? So that is something which you can share. So listen, opinion, give your opinion, agree or disagree with the topic. Add an anecdote, a simple something from your life. Attach it in such a way that it actually helps you work on that particular opinion and say that, okay, that's why I have this opinion. Let me give you an example. This is an example. And share, and finally derive a message out of it and share with the people. And okay. Right. Now, in contest, so you have the formula somewhere right now. Okay, listening, you have the opinion, you share the opinion, you agree, disagree with the topic, you share an anecdote, you derive a message out of it and end it, right? Only 2 minutes, not much to do. Now, when you are talking about certain things, okay, what if you don't understand the topic? What will you do? Come on, can raise your hands. If you don't understand the topic, what will you do? Come on. Yes, Toastmaster Bhavesh.
So this always happens to me. Sometimes it becomes difficult to understand the topic, and sometimes it becomes difficult to come out with the right word also. So that's the challenge. But somehow we try, keep doing, keep speaking something related to one word that at least we understand from that entire statement, and we carry it forward. So that's generally I do. I just have been a part of STC, our club, for last 3 weeks, but I've attempted 2 times, but both the times it was not that great, but still I tried.
Very nice, great, good attempt. Yeah, Toastmaster Neha.
So what I do usually, first I will be honest. I say, if I say honestly, I didn't understand what it means, but the idea, the word, what is catching it to me, I pick up one word from that statement and I articulate my complete speech around that. I think that's how I take on any table topics in any meeting.
Awesome, good. Now, one thing which we all should remember is, whenever we are unsure of anything, don't tell the people. Whenever you're nervous, never say, oh, I'm feeling nervous. Now, what will happen is the audience will start trying to find out where all you were nervous. Their whole focus will be to find out all the things. Like the R counter, it tries to find all the R's and R's. So never ever say that, okay, I didn't understand the topic. Let them infer. Okay, they're sitting, audience is sitting to already judge you. Let them judge. Okay, you didn't understand. It's okay. I didn't understand. Life is like an ice cream. Okay. So the best way is you disagree with the topic. Okay. I don't agree. What I think is you speak on anything which you agree on. Okay. Now that will not make you win a contest. Right. In order to win a contest, you will have to understand the topic and speak on the topic for it or against it. Depends. What's your opinion on, right? But and don't disagree for the sake of disagreeing. Okay? I'm just giving you one of those reasons. But the way Toastmaster Bhavish also said, one word, which is good enough. Try that word. See, the point here is to speak and speak sensibly, whatever you are speaking. Okay, and try to share something which the audience can have some takeaway from. Okay? That is your responsibility as a Toastmaster, as an orator, as a speaker. Whenever you're on stage, you should have something for the audience. That's why they are listening to you. Okay, so that is something which you can work on. Okay, but understanding, you will need to go ahead and try to decipher. Now, tell me this. Usually in contests, what kind of topics, what genre of topics do you get? Are this similar in some way? In contest, I'm talking about.
Quotations.
Usually quotations or general statements. Now, let me give you a tricky one. Okay, one of the contests asked, maybe it was in the final or somewhere. Okay, are you stupid? Now, what will you say to this particular thing? Are you stupid? Yes, I am stupid. No, I am stupid. The answer, the meaning remains the same, right? So sometimes you are clean bold on that particular thing. Well, let's talk about me later. Let's talk about what stupid means and try to glorify the whole stupid word itself. Now, Einstein was told he was stupid. But eventually, you know what he achieved. Go from there. I have done a lot of stupid things in my life because I have fallen in love. I have made the most of what time I had with my friends, and I had done some gravely stupid things. But if you say my whole persona is stupid, no, that's not correct. I am not entirely stupid. Maybe a part of me is somewhere stupid, and it's good to be stupid sometimes to enjoy life, right? So the way you channelize it, the way you work on it, depends on how impactful your speech will be. Now, this will take time. Okay, everything. So there is no quick formula, right? Like multi-level marketing. Okay, 1 month you will be a billionaire. Just add 2 people below you. Okay, so there is no multi-level marketing kind of a thing, right? Okay, you will have to work on this particular thing, understanding the topic. The good way is to find all those instances from your life. Okay, now usually the topics will be somewhere related to life, and you have a lot of instances in your life which can actually inspire people. Everyone has that. The idea is to find those anecdotes and try to fit it into 1 minute categories. Okay, so something which you overcame, a challenge that you had overcome. In 1 minute, can you share how it started? The hero's journey. If you think about a hero's journey or any story, there is a hero, there is a person. He doesn't become a hero eventually. Becomes a hero eventually. So a person, big challenge, overcomes the challenge, hero, hero. So that is the way the story goes. What is your hero story? Find out all those stories. There might be a lot such small anecdotes. Make a list of those. And then when you hear something where any of the story pops up, share that. First, share your opinion, agree or disagree with the topic, share that anecdote, and derive a message out of it. Right? So that's my time with respect to the session. I'll take 2 more minutes to tell you that there are 2 or 3 more ways to go about this. One is that, okay, I agree or disagree. Instead of that, I say one of my friends agree because he is that way. So he thinks life is like an ice cream. My other friend does not think his life is like an ice cream. And why? For both. And then I share that, okay, but I think I lean towards this friend more. I also don't agree. Okay. You have enough time to share. Okay. This friend said this friend said this, but I think just this. Okay. That's how you can share. Then there is timeline. Okay. PPF. Okay. You can invest and you will get great returns. Okay. Past, present, and future. Okay. So past, what's happened in the past. So I used to think life is like an ice cream. Presently, I don't think life is like an ice cream. In future, maybe. And what is the reason for that? Always share the reason for that with some incident, some precise incident, and share with people. It can be a problem solution. There is a problem and there is a solution. There can be a cause, there can be an effect. So there are different outlines where you can use all these in order to share. Okay. So now let me ask you what doubts or questions have popped up in your mind, and let me check if we can work around it. So if you have any questions, do ask me.
I request audience to raise your hand so that we can unmute you.
Yes. Toastmaster Ahmadullah, please.
Hi. So my question is, table topics is all about instances, right? So I got one instance, so I got one idea. In the middle, I got another idea. So shall I have to carry out with my first thought, or do I need to? If it is, I think that second thought is better than the first one, but I have already started with my first thought. So it happens to me a lot. So how can I overcome this?
Yes, that happens. Kill that urge. Kill that urge, because the point is that you have already started. You can't go back. If you add another, you might run out of time. See, every section is important. When you share your opinion, you relate to the topic, agree, disagree with the topic, then you go ahead and you share the anecdote. One anecdote, maybe you can, there can be another instance of a famous person, but usually your main instance, your main story will be much better than any popular instance, right? And after that, you derive the message. If you add one more thing into it, then the time constraint and people will be might be confused. So try to fight that urge. What happens is, I tell you very simply, this used to happen with me. I have grown over time. Okay? I am not the best table topic speaker. Okay? I am still working on my ifs and buts and everything. So when you talk about understanding the topic instantly, there is a gap. Once you attempt the topic, after 1 or 2 minutes, you suddenly realize, oh, I could have said this. Oh, this was much better. Now for you, during the time, you have that insight. Okay. So the gap has already reduced. The whole idea of practicing table topics is to reduce the gap between instinct and what can you deliver. So sometimes the gap is much more. Okay. Once we deliver, then we say, oh, we could have done this in this way, and that would have been much better. Or maybe we like someone else's topic better. Oh, he got a better topic. I could have said much better on that topic. My topic was not that. So usually happens. But there is a gap between instinct and response. Okay. So that gap, if you keep on reducing with more and more practice, eventually you will get to a stage where at that point of time, you will find out. Okay. That, okay, this is the right one. And sometimes, with the instinct, keep listening to your instinct. It has a good way to prompt you that, oh, share about this, share about this. If you don't listen to it, it might, go away. So start listening to your instincts. Most of it, it will lead you to the right direction. Okay, Toastmaster Rashi, go ahead.
So I would like to know, how can we bring in, when we are thinking quick during table topics, so how can we bring in humor? Because that is one thing that can really, that overpowers everything else. That can really, so since we are new to Toastmasters, our STC Toastmasters is new. So that's how we would like to.
Awesome. So I usually also deliver, a 30-minute session on how to create humor. Okay, that will take another 30 minutes. But see, the point here is, what is the main idea of humor? The main idea of humor is to engage. If your story without humor is also engaging, it serves the purpose. Of course, adding humor is good. Now, in order to add humor, you should be ready to share some embarrassing facts, maybe be vulnerable, right? Or there is a way to go about it, set up pause and twist. Okay, you start saying something, you pause and you twist, because audience is thinking in a different way. So I usually, after marriage, I never make a mistake twice. Never. I never ever make a mistake twice. I make it 4 to 5 times just to be sure. Right? Set up, pause, and twist. What happens now? I'm killing the joke. How do you kill the joke? By explaining it. So I'm explaining the joke right now. So what happened is, I don't make a mistake twice. What audience is thinking? Oh, he learns from his mistakes. Wow. And then I said, no, I make it 4 to 5 times just to be sure that I'm wrong. Right? So I twisted it. Right? So whatever the audience is thinking, if you can twist it, you can create humor. And be ready to be embarrassed. Keep your ego aside. You'll be able to create humor. But that's a skill. You will have to learn. Okay. So last question, Toastmaster Bhavish. I'm already on 38 minutes. So please, go ahead.
So I just wanted to ask that what topics should generally be given during table topics? Are there any specific guidelines? Because sometimes the topics are so kind of odd that it becomes difficult to come out instantly with a kind of speech for 1 or 2 minutes. So are there any specific guidelines specifically for topic masters, table topic masters? What topics should be given to our Toastmasters?
See, the idea behind table topics, impromptu speaking, is to understand that, okay, you can speak on any topic and give your perspective. Now, it is not necessary that your perspective should match what the whole audience is thinking about. So that is why we often stop ourselves that, oh, it might not match the general view of how we look at it. And we stop ourselves. Don't do that. You have an opinion, you share. It's not a fact. That's why I told, it's an opinion. Share your opinion. It's okay. Right? So there is no specific guidelines with respect to, in club meetings, there are different ways to go about it, for and against, once you click, you start speaking on against, or, what if topics. So what if I had this, what if I, so if you conduct the impromptu Premier League, this is something which most of the clubs do, where you have contests, where you have teams and they fight with each other. So there are different genres, there are different ways to use the table topic thing. Okay, an autobiography kind of a thing. Okay, or so the quotes, general statements, questions. There can be different types. Okay, the idea is to understand, if you can do justice, understand the topic and speak on it, for it or against it, depends. Right? Understanding is more important, and quickly delivering. That is what you need to understand. Okay. So underlying meaning. Okay. Once you get married, you need to understand the underlying meaning. Okay. What my wife is saying sometimes and what she actually means. And that's how, I have become better at table topics. Okay. So getting married is one way to become better at table topics. Okay. I'm just kidding.
That's great.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
Thank you very much.
I believe you got something out of it, and that's my time, I believe. And thank you for having me here. If you have any questions, more questions, you can definitely connect with me personally. I'll be more than happy to help you. And all the best for the upcoming table topic contest. And please participate. Failing is the only way to succeed. Okay. And if you succeed the first time, try again. Okay. Yeah, because it is necessary to fail in order to, because, as Abdul Kalam said, if you do it once and if you don't repeat it, the people will say, think it was a fluke. So prove them wrong. Keep on winning. Okay. Do your best. Thank you. And over to Master of Ceremonies, Toastmasters Supriya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Avinash. That's a wonderful session and a great learnings with your super mantra load. I think this will be very much helpful for all of the participants to, participate in the table topics in their club level and up to the district level. Thank you for that. So now we have our Toastmaster Lasya, who is the PQ chair for EFGHN cluster. And she is a Toastmaster for 5 years now, and also a co-convener for the upcoming eloquence. We are proud of her, Lasya, and she will be giving a vote of thanks for our DTM Toastmaster, DTM Avinash Singh. Over to you, Lasya.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining. Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Avinash. Please do not get scared. Where am I? What am I doing? My mom was not feeling well, so I had to travel from Hyderabad all the way till Maharashtra, and I'm going back to Hyderabad for some emergency again in Hyderabad. So that's why this disturbance and shaky background, so please spare me for that. And what an exuberant session this was. I somehow managed to pull off either from my phone or from my laptop. I was listening. At some point in the session, I felt I wish I were able to take part in table topics and beat everyone down. But unfortunately, not this time, for all obvious reasons. So thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Avinash, for pulling off time. We were afraid if we could get your time. I was telling the team, do whatever it takes, bring Avinash, we need him this time. And the cluster has to get the best. That's what I can do for them. And it's such an honor to have you. And this being the last episode and closing with such exuberant amount of information and short winning is like the icing on the cake. Thanks for being here. All right. With now we do have our cluster's club growth director, Toastmaster Sandeep Raj, and I'd like him to speak a few words and present the certificates to our role players and the trainer as well today. Over.
Thank you so much, Lasya. So I would like to first talk a few lines about the session and the trainer and the team behind this, and then I'll go with the certificates. And if I'm not wrong, I'm audible and visible clearly. Thank you, Avinash. I see a thumbs up from you. Thank you so much. So firstly, I would like to start from thanking Avinash Singh, distinguished Toastmaster Avinash Singh. Let me tell you, Avinash Singh is not a very free person. He's being into this freelancing profession, coaching and guiding profession from last 12 years, and spending his valuable time on a Sunday morning is definitely worth to attend. So let me thank Avinash Singh wholeheartedly for accepting this request from Law Cluster and giving us some very exciting and amazing inputs on table topics. And it it's just not when a cluster reaches, he accepts. Let me tell you, whenever any club, an individual club member reaches out to him and requests for a session, he always says yes. There is no, and there is no turning back. We have witnessed and I have personally interacted for a club session. So I know how willingly and how always he's available to coach and mentor budding and experienced Toastmasters. Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Avinash Singh, for being with us with our cluster and giving our upcoming competitors or tabletop contestants the wonderful session. And next, I would like to, yeah, someone is sharing screen. Yeah, so next I would like to go to the PQ team led by Lasya. So Sirisha, Ahmed, Supriya, if I'm not wrong, if I'm missing any names, please forgive me or please spare me. But I would like to thank PQ team and these people who are doing a lot of work behind the screen, managing, reaching out to trainers, reaching out to role players, a lot of planning going on beyond. Thank you so much, PQ team, for organizing such sessions, which will really help the cluster members to go ahead and compete in the contest. So I would like to name a few, but there are many people like starting from the PQ chair, Lasya, Sirisha, Ahmed, Supriya. So they have their professional time and personal time, but still they are dedicating out their time out of their personal schedule, professional schedule. If you see Lasya, she's traveling but she made sure that she has spoken and she was there in this session. Thank you so much for your dedication and love towards cluster. Without you, nothing is possible. Thank you very much. And then next, I would like to move ahead to their division leadership, starting from Kavita, Shivani, Raviteja, Haripriya, and Deepalika. These 5 people are doing wonderful job with the cluster. So thank you so much for organizing such wonderful events. We always love you. Thank you so much. And then the team behind this, the surgery arms, the timer, the MC, and whoever has participated in the team, thank you so much for valuable time. I understand, definitely understand how it would be on a weekend. So let us start the presentation of the certificates. So first, our wonderful trainer, Avinash Singh sir, thank you so much for being with us and making us learn the tips and tricks of how to present a table topic. Let me add one line here, sir. I myself, being a district level contestant, I still fumble to talk on a table topic. So this has happened 2 years back, but still I have not mastered this skill. So it takes a lot of learning experience and guts to be a ace in table topics. Thank you so much, sir, for making us to become one. Next, I would like to go with the next person, Toastmaster Sabiha. Thank you so much for being the Zoom Master Surgery Adams. I see you have been always on the screen, making sure that you're vigilant and active, allowing participants and taking care of all the logistics requirement. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sabiha, and we would love to see you again back active in such sessions with your contribution. Next, Toastmaster Supriya Laddu. She is very active Toastmaster. She's everywhere and wherever she sees an opportunity to learn, to grow, she's the person who always takes up the responsibility and challenges. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Supriya, for all your support and encouragement for these sessions. Thank you so much. And Toastmaster Madhu, thank you so much for being the timer, because whenever we organize any big events, timing is a very crucial aspect, and you being here made sure that we are strictly following and adhering to the timelines. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Madhu, and I wish you all the best, and we would like to see you in future events as well. Toastmaster Shiva Lakshmana, thank you so much for being the minute taker. So how many people remember what we have learned, right? Every time it happens that we think that we learned a lot, but when we go back to other work, we keep forgetting things. This kind of role players like Shiva Lakshmana will be very helpful to us to recollect what we learned. Thank you so much, minute taker, Toastmaster Shiva Lakshmana, for your service today. And that's it. I guess we have done with the presenter certificates, but I would like to thank each and everyone involved in this event to make this a grand success. But lastly, don't go away. I would like to thank one set of people wholeheartedly. Those are the attendees for this session, because in Toastmasters, we value people who are always ready to learn. And you are that set of people who are sacrificing Sunday's time, especially family time, right? In this pandemic time, we started valuing families more, right? Personal time more, but still taking out time, some portion of time from your family time on a Sunday morning, coming and attending session. that enthusiasm and that's this zeal to learn is what we want in Toastmasters, and you are living up to that expression. So thank you so much each and everyone who have joined this session and making it a worthwhile for the trainer itself, because I know sitting in a trainer position, if you don't have wonderful audience, how it feels. So for making us feel very happy and a very exciting session. Thank you so much, audience, to all of you, and we wish to see you in our future sessions as well. So as I told, the PQ team is doing a lot of wonderful job behind with getting all the resources, all the best of the best trainers like Avinash to make you, groom you as a better speaker, better orator for today. So don't miss any such sessions from the PQ team. They are really working hard at the background and at the same time the leadership too. So please keep following their posts or their messages, their information, and try to make the best of it. With this, I would like to hand over the session back to Toastmaster Lasya.
Thank you so much, Sandeep, for gracing this event with your presence. I thought you wouldn't come here because you are CGD, like I always say. So I would like to thank a couple of people because this brings us to the end of cluster initiatives in terms of education sessions from the program quality team of Division EFGHN. It gives me an honor and sense of pride when I say program quality team of EFGHN, because we have done everything we could to pull off the quality and raise the standards of what we have been doing so far in the cluster. This event wouldn't have been possible without the efforts of Toastmaster Emma, Toastmaster Sirisha, Toastmaster Ujjwala, Toastmaster Sainath for managing everything in my absence, and all my PQ managers who have been spamming every group. I am sorry to all the group admins. We have spammed to the best of our potential wherever we could, just so that we could give you an experience of something really amazing. This event wouldn't have been possible if you audience didn't turn up. So thanks for sparing the spam and joining whenever we require you or whenever you thought that the session is going to help you. So that brings us to the end of cluster initiatives of the divisions EFGHN for this particular term, and we will be back to you with Drishti 2.0, which will start somewhere in May after our eloquence. Stay tuned to more updates because we are coming up with something amazing which is going to make you a better leader, a better speaker, and after all and above all, a better human being. This is Lasya, Program Quality Chair, Division CFGHN, signing off. Over to you, Toastmaster Sahiba, the Sergeant at Arms for the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lasya. Well, we are at the end of the meeting now. We have learned about many things about TT, table topics contest, the LOAD acronym, to listen, to share our opinion, and to give an anecdote and to derive a message. Very, very thankful to you, Avinash Singh, sir, for being part of this. With so much learnings, I declare this meeting as now closed, but stay tuned for our next meeting.